It feels like a relic of yesteryear when a rivalry is built on tainted water. But as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Minnesota Gophers. And the Golden Gophers will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan's offense will have the football first. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the Jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the Little Brown Jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the...
Turning it on! Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll go to the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Catch in the middle, it's West. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll sneak it. He has the first and still on his feet. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Davis looking to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Fires it incomplete. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. It's got to make a statement today.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. That's caught. It's Lanier. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together.
There he goes. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The give to the left side. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Davis will throw. Here's the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Wide receiver going in motion. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. On the move, it's Ford.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Lanier. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The play-action fake. Throws toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Leaves it with the back. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Trying play action. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first three offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Davis looking to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
And the Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it behind the line. It's 4. He's pushed out of bounds at the 13 and gives this offense a little room to work. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Can't get him to the ground.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Davis will throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right on target this time. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. He'll keep it on the sneak. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Davis looking to pass. Quickly complete. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Arkansas is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Darren McFadden out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 10 over Texas Tech. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Complete to start this drive. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Golden Gophers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll try the right side. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Got his man downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Golden Gophers trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. That defensive front was a stone wall on second down. Now it's third and goal from the 1. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. They're on the left hash. You'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the 3 ball gives us a tie.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On fourth and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Michigan offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. The give to the back. Oh, what a move. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hansen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Davis will throw. All kinds of time before he fires right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Smith. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Makes a man miss. Crosses the 35. Breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Off play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Hansen. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. It'll be 3rd and long. Davis looking to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Across the 25, he's got room. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This guy is just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game, he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going for a big play downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Davis will throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hansen. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
As a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going right to work up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Lanier. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, great energy in that building and a fun first half for both Michigan and Minnesota with the little brown jug on the line. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Michigan plays out.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll run it from the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Davis looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Now staring at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Looking for the goal line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wide out, trying to get it in. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Minnesota! Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 8 over Texas Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. play fake. Rushes on him. Avoids pressure. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's the handoff. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Now the play fake. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Handoff from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Davis will throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Martin.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Going to the running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play, because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
And now this offense will take the field again. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. Man, you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marsh. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. On the ground, it's Marshall. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Davis looking to pass. Snagged out of the air. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. And some room to work. Turning it on! He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. With the catch, it's Lanier. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Caught behind the line, it's Johnson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll leave it with him. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Davis will throw. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Catch in the middle. It's Hayes. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The screen, and watch out! Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Finds his man. It's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Golden Gopher! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 6 over Toledo. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Davis looking to pass. Got him downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They'll keep it on the ground. There he goes. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Martin. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. A running back has it. Running to Green. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Unloads it left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off play action. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've...
Oh, he's got some space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayes. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. He'll keep it on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Davis will throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And they really featured this guy today.
They'll run play action. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lanier. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Makes the quick grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Going to swing it on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Davis looking to pass. He wants a big play here late. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Ball down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's 4. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Davis will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Martin.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker, it's Hansen. He's out of bounds to stop the clock. It'll be a 1st down with 29 ticks left. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. to the air on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to pass on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Here's the pressure. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. And so it's Minnesota who will be sipping the nectar of victory and taking home the Little Brown Jug by beating Michigan. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.